This video will describe the installation of my new Oneida V-3000 two-stage dust collection system and the iVAC automated blast gates. These systems will replace my existing single-stage dust collection system. I've been a woodworker for more than 50 years. When I moved into this new house about 17 years ago, I built this wood shop in the basement of the house. This was my third shop. However, like most woodworkers, I've outgrown the capabilities of this shop area with my expansion of additional woodworking tools and also my expansion into metal machining. As a result, over the past 6 months, I've been expanding and remodeling my shop areas to give me additional workshop areas. Initially, my shop consisted of this 550 square foot shop area with an adjacent 250 square foot painting room at the far end. I've now converted this general shop area exclusively to tools that generate sawdust. I carved out an additional 250 square feet of my basement as a general layout, glue up, and assembly shop. I also create another shop area for my metalworking equipment and additional areas for storage and also for my wood inventory. So now in total my shop and storage areas comprise almost the entire basement, over 1,000 square feet. My old dust collection system was not able to handle all the needs of my woodworking tools. My dust collection system is located in this closet at one end of the shop, and 2 vacuum lines go down each side of the 36-inch long shop with drop downs for each of the tools. The dust collection for the tools at the end of the shop where my lathe, edge sander, and joiner planer are located was just not sufficient. I needed more capability. I researched the various models of dust collection systems that would meet my needs. First, I wanted the largest and most efficient dust collection system that would fit into this existing closet. In addition, I have a height restriction of 93 inches, and I do already have a 220 volt, 20 amp power supplied into the closet to power the system. I settled on the Oneida V-3000 two-stage dust collector. I laid out the footprint of the dust collector in the SketchUp software that verified that it would fit in the closet space. I also decided to automate the system with the iVAC automated blast gates for at least 12 tool stations. So now it's time to start to remove the old dust collector and the installation of the new system. Additional information on the Oneida dust collectors and the iVAC blast gates are available at the following websites. I do have my dust collector in a closet, which I close the door to cut down the noise. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge getting the ductwork in because I have 2 ductworks coming right off the dust collector. One going to my right side of my shop, which is about 25 foot long, and then going across the room to the other side, going down the other wall. So my first duty is to take the system out, empty it, get rid of the excess sawdust, and then take down my ductwork, clean up all the sawdust in the rafters and in the sheetrock and on the sides. Before I get started, I want to test out the system, see what the noise levels are, comparing it to the new Oneida system. Suppose the new Oneida system has a dB rating of 74, and I want to check and see what this is. I think this is actually much louder than that. So I'll test it both with the door open, and actually I have this in the closet. I'll test it with the door closed. So about 5 feet away, I have a rating of 83, 84, so just above 80. And when I close that door, I have a rating of about 74, 77. Okay, I'm about ready to start cleaning this thing out. Hopefully this is the last time I have to do. completes the cleaning out of this closet. It took me about 2 hours to clean up. Okay, I just finished assembling this Oneida dust system in this closet here to see if it would fit. So I just loosely put the pieces together in the closet to make sure I had enough height, which I do. I got plenty of height. And my main concern is if this dustbin would slide in and out with these legs. And it turns out that it's a little too close. This leg over here on the right side is just too close. So I'm going to change this out, and I'm going to use the bracket that mounts the system on the wall. That'll give me quite a bit more room, and I'll have plenty of room for the dustbin at that time. So let me go ahead and disassemble this, and we'll mount the system on the wall. I just finished installing the wall bracket to mount the vacuum system. And I didn't show this because I did a lot of playing around with it, trying to get it as close as I can to this wall so I have more room over in this side for the HEPA filter. So I moved it actually 2 times to get it where I wanted it. So now I'm ready to start assembling the system. I'm ready to start applying the gasket to the components according to the directions, and the first step is to apply it to the cone inside the bolt hole pattern. In a likewise manner, I applied the gasket to the remaining sections of the dust collection system. Each of the sections of the dust collector is assembled and then clamped together using the included bolts and screws. And one of the next things I want to do, I wanted to rotate this fan housing about 15 degrees. And I laid this out to get the angle I wanted. And that'll get it so it clears, so gives me more clearance for the dust collection bin. So I mark my points, I'll drill these holes. Drill in a small hole first and then I'll enlarge it. So next I'll install this fan housing with the new drilled holes. Due to the new drilled holes in the fan housing, the HEPA filter will be rotated 15 degrees to the left, which will give me additional clearance for the dust bin. Finally, I installed the fan and fan motor on top of the dust collection system. The filter elbow is attached to the fan housing, which has now been rotated 15 degrees to the left. This will give us additional clearance between the HEPA filter and the canister when it is installed. Well, I finished installing the dust collector. I did add my ankle bracket and then my silencer and the filter, HEPA filter. And the one thing that was missing, these brackets that mount the silencer to the filter were missing in the package, so I had to make some brackets. So these brackets are pretty strong, they should do the job. And I got my plumbing on, I got my line going up off the system, and then up top it splits into 2 lines, one going to the left side of the shop, the other going to the right side of the shop. And I made my reducer here, this is going from my 7-inch duct, and then it splits up here to a 6-inch going throughout the shop. I'm going to be adding some wheels to the bottom of my canister so I can roll it in and out easier. And I got these sets of wheels at Home Depot. They only raise the barrel about 1 inch off the ground, so it's a very minimal increase in height, so I got plenty of height that I can fit it in my system. And rather than screw these things into the bottom of this dust collector bin, I'm going to epoxy them. I got plenty of surface here, it should be a good enough hold at it. There's not much stress on this, it's all lateral movement, so it should be fine. So let me go ahead and epoxy these in. This completes the installation of the Oneida dust collector. I put the drum in place with the wheels on the bottom that clear the floor by about 1 inch. I did put a plastic bag inside the drum to catch the sawdust, and I also added the dust sentry to monitor the depth of the sawdust so it doesn't overfill. And then I put a piece of tubing to clamp the lid of the drum to the cyclone, and that's clamped in place. So the system's all ready to go now. There's plenty of clearance, so the drum will clear. I can pull it in and out. It clears both the wall and the HEPA filter. So now we'll proceed and install the iVAC blast gate system. This is a previous blast gate system from a company called Ecogate. While the two controllers worked fairly well, most of the blast gates were defective and needed to be replaced. However, the company no longer makes the blast gates, so I elected to go to a new system from iVAC. I've gone ahead and installed the iVAC blast gate system, and I ordered this from a company called iVAC, and actually I'm quite impressed with the company. I sent them an email on Saturday night telling them exactly what I want to do. I want to hook up 12 tools to the system, and I put together a list of what I thought I need as far as the components. And Sunday afternoon they sent me back an email. They modified my list to give me exactly what I need, actually reduced the price because they were able to put together a kit which reduced the price a little bit. And then because the order is over $1,000, they again reduced the price by 10%. And then in addition, they sent me two documents. They sent me a document describing exactly how to hook up two controllers, because since I'm hooking up more than 8 systems to the system, I needed 2 controllers. And then they also sent me a second document, because I told them I was installing this on a Oneida V system, and they actually sent me a document describing exactly how to hook up the electrical connections to the dust collector. So very, very helpful. I said I got the email back from them on a Sunday night. I actually ordered a system Sunday night, and I actually had it on Tuesday. That was unbelievable delivery time for the system. So I went and installed the system. I said I needed 2 of these controllers. The one has a controller that sends a signal to a contactor that turns my dust collector off and on. And the second system is to integrate the 2 controllers together. And then I went and installed all my blast gates on my various machines. I installed a total of 12 of the blast gates on my system. And I did use these sensors. These sensors sense current going through the wire going through the tool. And as it senses the current, it turns the dust collector off and on. So it's a totally automated system. So I said I hooked up 12 tools. As soon as I turn the tool on, the dust collector clicks on automatically. One blast gate is always left open in the system so the system won't collapse due to high pressure buildup. I selected the blast gate that should be left in all the time is the blast gate that goes above my table at the back of my table saw. And this gate can be used to hook up a hose for cleaning the shop. It can be hooked up additional hoses to attach to my grinders. It just gives me a lot more flexibility. And it's not doing anything, it's just pumping air from the room. I hooked up a total of 12 dust collectors. The only 2 systems I did not hook up was my jigsaw, and I have another drum sander over here I want to hook up, so I'll probably in the future get 2 more blast gates. So I'll have a total of 14 systems hooked up to the system. And I'll just show a few of the systems hooked up to the system, including my lathe, my board sander, the planer, the reed and arm saw. Okay, this is the edge sander, which is furthest away from the dust collector. So we'll see how this works on collecting dust coming off the edge here. The dust collector did a very efficient job of collecting the dust coming off the board I was sanding. Absolutely none of the dust escaped into the room. My joiner planer is the system that's furthest away from the dust collector, so on the opposite side of the room and also furthest away. So we'll see how this does. Previously, the old system didn't do a good job at all. In fact, I don't think it did anything in collecting sawdust coming out the dust chute. Once again, the dust collector did a very efficient job of collecting sawdust coming from the board being planed. I'm ready to do some sound testing on this new system, see how it compares to the previous system. So with nothing turned on, I'm getting right around 40 on my meter. So let me turn the system on manually with the door open, and then we'll repeat with the door closed. Now I'm getting right around 80 on the meter. So those dB ratings are very similar to the previous system. I am getting some additional noise from the open Unit 1 vent that I didn't have with the previous system. So that's contributing somewhat to the noise level. And I probably get some better reduction of noise if I put some sound insulation inside this front door. This completes the installation and testing of the Oneida V-3000 dust collection system and also the iVAC blast gates. It did take me about a week and a half total time to install the system, and that included several trips to Home Depot to get components to do the installation, such as some 2x6s to hang the rack on the wall for the dust collector itself, and also some electrical components to hook up the electrical parts of the system. I did do some initial testing of the velocity of the various gates on the system. I bought one of these velocity test meters. I actually broke the meter as part of the testing because the flow was so high. But when I did some initial testing, I did get over 7,000, almost 8,000 feet per minute at the blast gates right next to the dust collector. But on the opposite side, and especially down the far end where my joiner planer is, I was getting around 4,000 feet per minute velocity. So I'm definitely seeing some loss in velocity at the far end of the shop near my joiner planer. And that may be due to, I have a dust hood bin over on the left side here that I use to collect some of the sawdust so the sawdust doesn't go the whole way through the system. I may get rid of that in the future if I don't have enough flow down this far end of the shop. In addition, I'll probably be adding 2 more gates to the system. I'd like to hook up my scroll saw, and I have 1 more sander on the other side I'd like to hook up with the system. I could also hook up my drill press. I'm not going to because the drill press, I do cut some metal with it, and I don't want to be pumping metal through the system. But overall, the system installation went fairly well, and I'm quite pleased with the results. But we'll continue testing it and see how it works going forward. Additional information on the Oneida dust collectors and the iVAC blast gates are available at the following websites.